Hey there everyone. So we have already tested Grok Code Fast 1 for its raw coding performance and it was not that good. But the thing that most people are talking about is its agentic performance. So today we'll be testing how good it performs when it comes to making code edits and developing projects within IDE. Since GPT-5 and Grok Code both are available in Cursor, so we'll be using Cursor for today. Before we get into the comparison against GPT-5, I have to make some small edits on my website. So why not use Grok Code to do that? So this is my local copy of my website. So let's ask it to start it in localhost 8081. So the very first thing that you're going to see is this model is blazing fast. So in no time it has found a way to start it and it has started the website. And now you can see the website is opened up. So you can see the best multimodal model on my website was Gemini 2 Flash Image Gen, but that needs to be updated to Gemini 2.5 Flash Image Gen, which is also called as Nano Banana. I have made a video on it, so make sure to check it out because that's an awesome model. So let's ask Grok Code to update this. So you can see I've shared the details and I'll send it. Hopefully it should be able to replace whatever we want in the correct place. And in no time it is done, guys. It hardly took a minute, I guess. Let's see. So Gemini 2.5 Flash Image Gen is there. And you can see this is the video. You can head over to my website or you can head over to my channel and look for this thumbnail and watch the video. So let's push this into production and let's get back into the comparison. Okay everyone, so for this first question, they have to build a multi-page production ready website for an educational consultancy firm. All the required data and images that they want is available in the code base. You can see in the assets folder, we have all the data, JSON files and a lot of images which is related to the courses that this company offers. So they have to analyze all of this and come up with a production ready website. The prompt is in front of you. You can pause and have a look. Since Grok Code is all about speed and getting things done quickly, we'll also have a stopwatch just to compare the speed of these two models. So let's hit start and we'll send to both models. So now you can see GPT-5 has just started to read files and Grok Fast is already ready with its to-do list, and in no time it has written 359 lines of code. So okay everyone, in 4 minutes and 50 seconds Grok Code Fast is done with its generation and GPT-5 is still going. We'll wait for GPT-5 and then we'll compare the results. Okay everyone, so even GPT-5 is done and it took 9 minutes. Very close to double the time. It took 4 minutes and 9 seconds extra. So since both are done, so okay everyone, let's look at GPT-5's response. So this is the website it has come up with. It doesn't look that good and you can see I'm not able to click get free consultation over here. The browse courses button is also not working. If you look at explore top categories, you can see the images are not of same size. I mean the source images of varied size, but they have to crop it such a way that all look similar. Let's click this medical courses category. If we click that, we are able to see all the courses within. If we click MABS MDMS, you can see we have all the information within. If we click inquire now, the contact form is in front of us. If we head over to testimonials, we are able to beautifully see all the testimonials. All of this is nice. FAQ implementation is also not that good, guys. You can see, it is in a weird way. Maybe it's a decision that it has taken, but I'm not very happy with the design it has come up with. Also, you can see in many course categories it has used this 16 years image, which is wrong. It should have mapped it with the correct image, but that was not done. Let's see if this filter button is working. So if we click engineering courses, okay, we only see engineering courses, I guess. That is nice, but still this drop down was not animated correctly. Let's see if this search works. We'll search for nursing. Okay, if we click nursing, you can see all nursing related courses come up. So the website is functional, guys. Some buttons are not working. Other than that, things are working, but it's just that things are not correctly placed and stuff like that. Having said that, let's move on to Grok Code Fast. So this is what Grok Code has come up with. Right off the back, you can see it looks very good. If we click explore courses, this is what we are greeted with. We have the course categories. If we click medical courses, we have all the courses within. I don't know, for some reason BAMS is not highlighted. It's kind of hidden and stuff like that. So we can see the courses. If we click learn more, it says not found. Okay, saying file not found is not a very good thing. I do like the animations. Here our services, there is nothing visible, it's a white screen. Here you can see learn more is kind of mapped very nicely in others, but when it comes to this particular MABS MDA MS, the learn more is not formatted correctly. Here as well you can see this text, it is not contrasting, well with the background it has selected. Let's look at testimonials. So if I click read more reviews, we come here and it says read more reviews, but no reviews are present. So you can see this page. I think this is the about page. You can see the images are not resized properly, and it feels that it has just pasted it, and maybe the CSS is not correctly applied. The courses page is nice. It was able to correctly map the courses categories, and the images are not kind of uneven how it was with GPT-5. But anyways, the learn more button not working is a very big blunder. That should not happen. GPT-5's response, things are uneven, but everything is actually working. You can see. I think the only thing that is not working is these two buttons, get free consultation and browse courses. Other than that, everything is at least working. Especially if I go to any kind of medical course, and if I click that particular course, you can see I'm able to see more details into it. Let's give them some feedback and ask them to fix it. So I've written a detailed follow-up prompt for both of them, mentioning all of their errors. Let's send this and let's see how good they are when it comes to fixing their issues. Actually, one thing that Grok Code Fast done is it actually looked for the server logs. I didn't mention about server logs, but it automatically watched the server logs and found out that there were some issues and pages were not opening up. So that is a very good behavior. So again, Grok Code Fast is done first. We'll wait for GPT-5. Okay everyone, so both are done. Let's start off with GPT-5. First, the browse courses was not working, so let's see. It is working now. Nice. Get free consultation is also working. You can see we asked it to add some sections before they reveal the courses, and it is nice. It has added some sections but not that much. Now you can see all the course categories have similar image sizing. It has been cropped similarly. If we go to medical courses, you can see again they have been cropped similarly. If we head over to testimonials is visible. Also you can see the frequently asked questions style is also changed, exactly what we asked for. So all in all, a very good response to our revision prompt. Let's look at Grok Code Fast. So we asked it to add the details. Whenever we click learn more in a particular course, we should see the details, but you can see nothing is visible. It says loading course details and nothing is visible. It has hallucinated a lot of stuff, curriculum, career prospects and stuff, but nothing is there inside. Also the testimonials was not working. Let's see if it works now. So in first glance, nothing is visible. If I refresh, you can see some testimonials are visible for an instance, and then they kind of vanish. So it has tried to implement a fade animation, but that was not implemented properly. That's the reason we just see these three testimonials and rest of them are not visible. All in all, given the size, Grok Code Fast has performed very nice, but comparatively GPT-5 was better. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so next up we are asking them to create a complete chess game. So this is the prompt we are sending. You are given an empty code base. Utilize it to build state-of-the-art chess game that is visually appealing and functionally sound. You are free to use any library of choice, but make sure it's complete, fully functioning without any caveats. Don't return to me until you are fully done and satisfied. So let's send this to both, and actually let's also start the timer. So you can see in no time, Grok Code Fast has already come up with the to-do list and making tool calls, whereas GPT-5 is still thinking. So okay everyone, in 3 minutes and 16 seconds, Grok Code Fast is done. We'll wait for GPT-5. So okay everyone, GPT-5 has taken a lot of time. So Grok Code Fast was done in 3 minutes and 16 seconds, and GPT-5 has took 15 minutes and 27 seconds, 12 minutes and 11 seconds extra. So let me spin up the servers and we'll see how they compare. Okay everyone, so both are done, and actually I did a lot of back and forth between these two models because the first response was not that good, and Grok Code Fast was giving me a white screen, but now it seems that both have fixed. So let's look at responses. Starting off with GPT-5, you can see we have been greeted with a very beautiful chessboard, and it has a timer kind of implementation and all. We can pick and move the pieces. Let's try it out. So we'll move this piece. So after that, we should not be able to move any white pieces, and that is the case. We are not able to move. Let's move a black piece. I'll actually try to do a checkmate and we'll see if it works. So the next move should be a checkmate. We'll see if it actually gives us a feedback. Okay, so we can see it is clearly mentioned white wins by a checkmate. That is nice. It is a working chess game, and also you can see the labels are correctly implemented. All the ranks and files, the alphabets and all are correctly mapped. Let's move on to Grok Code Fast. So this is what Grok Code Fast has given us. Things are not in the correct place. And the first thing that you can see is, these notations are not clearly mentioned. But one thing is nice, each cell is named, so that is a nice thing. Let's see if the game works. So most probably this is white. We'll try to play a move. Okay, so the move is working. Weirdly, when I click a piece, you can see the board kind of moves down and stuff like that, and here you can see the css is not correctly implemented. I do understand it wants to overlay the current cell that has been selected, but that is not correctly implemented. Anyways, we'll try to do a checkmate. Let's see, the next move should be a checkmate. Let's see if it works. Okay, so it says game over yes and check yes. So we don't see checkmate or anything like that, but it does say that game over is yes. So that means it is working. So all in all, both have actually given us a working response. GPT-5's response looks way better, but Grok Code Fast, being a small model and actually giving us a working response, is very nice. I mean, I was trying GPT-5 high in Ru code and I was not getting a working response, but I mean, Grok Code Fast is able to perform better than that. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, everyone. So next up, we are going to test how good are these models when it comes to debugging a code base. So this is the ARC-AGI public dataset. I have slightly modified it so that I can make some tests on it. And if you have seen my live streams, you might be knowing about this. The thing is that I have implanted two bugs in this code base, one in server.py and another in openrouter api.py. So these models have to identify these two bugs. You can look at the prompt. The prompt is written in such a way that how a user would actually try to convey his problem without actually knowing what is the exact issue. So let's start the stopwatch and let's send this to both models and let's see if they are actually able to find out the issue. So already Grok Fast has made changes to server.py and openrouter.py. I think it has found the both errors. We'll see when it summarizes what it has done. We'll able to find out what has happened. So in 2 minutes and 33 seconds, Grok Code Fast is already done. Let's see if it was actually able to find out the issues. So the first bug it says is hidden result flipping bug, most critical. The location was in server.py. It says there was a hidden mechanism that artificially flipped test results for odd size grids after the 8th comparison. So it was able to find out this. Another bug is automatic grid transposition bug. The location was in openrouter api.py. It says the problem was openrouter API was automatically transposing square grids. So it was able to find out both of these critical bugs and it did some more fixes. In record time, it was able to fix these bugs, guys. Absolutely insane. Okay, so in 6 minutes and 35 seconds, GPT-5 is done and it has made edits to server.py and openrouter.py as well, which means that it has found the issues. Let's see if it's actually the case. So it says removed hidden parity flip in compare outputs that inverted results for odd side grids after several comparisons. So this is one. Then it deleted the grid transposition logic in openrouter api.py. So even GPT-5 was able to find out the issues. That is nice, but Grok Fast was able to do it in record time in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Insanely fast. So this win goes to Grok Code Fast. Let's move on to the final question. So in this final test, we are going to, fix some bugs in our chess bench application. So, if you don't know, I do chess competitions between LLMs and I have built an application around it. But I have again implanted some bugs which completely wrecks it and it doesn't work. So this time around, they have to actually make this work and I'll tell you what the errors are. And for this particular test, we'll be going one by one. So first we'll just say start application to GPT-5 and let's see what it does. I've also started up the timer so we can see how much time each model takes. So most probably it should use the start.sh script which is already present in the code base. That is the most simplest method to actually start the application and that is what it has done. It has used the start.sh script and it has started the application. And now you can see the chess bench application has started. Let me actually try to play a game and I'll show you what is the issue. So if I select O4 mini both, if I hit start game, you can see it says WebSocket connection error and it doesn't work. So they have to make this game work and also this red box with a number counter inside it. So it is an illegal counter. It should increment in every illegal move the models make. But currently it increments in every legal move that they make. So that has to be fixed as well. So we'll keep it aside and currently we haven't prompted GPT-5 to fix any kind of issues. But let's see, looking at the logs and stuff like that, is it able to find the issues and automatically fix it? If not, then we'll start prompting. It seems that GPT-5 is creating a virtual environment in itself and kind of doing a lot of stuff that I haven't asked for. I'm not going to stop it. Okay, so So it was able to find out one error. You can see syntax closing parentheses. So this is one of the error, and fixing this might actually make the game work. Okay, so now you can see the pieces are visible, and we have to see if when a move is made, does any kind of illegal increment happen. Okay, so you can see the illegal counter doesn't increment. So GPT-5 was able to fix all the issues, finding it out all by itself, and that is nice. So let's stop it. So it took around 6 minutes to get it done, and it was able to fix all the issues. Absolutely nice. Now it's finally time for Grok Code Fast. So let's directly say the same thing, start the application, and it should automatically find the start.sh script, and it should start it in no time. Okay, it is first, I think, installing the dependencies and stuff. Okay, it is creating a virtual environment and installing the requirements.txt, and now it is running the start.sh script, I guess. So now you can see if I select any model and try to play the game, you can see it doesn't work, just like it was for GPT-5. So we didn't do any kind of special prompting for GPT-5, and it was automatically able to find and fix the issues. Let's see if that's the case with Grok Code Fast. Okay, it was able to find out the error, the closing parentheses error, and most probably it has tried to fix it. Okay, so in record time we actually see the board, guys. So the game is kind of working. Let's see and wait if it makes a first move, and does the illegal counter increment. That is what we have to look for. Okay, a move has been made, and also the illegal counter increments this time, unlike GPT-5. So most probably I think we'll have to prompt the model to fix that particular issue. It is still making some tool calls, so we'll wait for that. And you can see clearly the illegal counter is incrementing, even though the models are making clear legal moves. So I don't know what kind of curl commands and stuff it is trying to do. It has already achieved, I mean, starting the application, but still it is making some commands. Okay, so it says that the issues have been fixed, but let's see. I think a new match has been started. We'll see if the illegal counter increments, and then we'll actually, okay, the illegal counter increments. So we'll say that there are still errors in the application, find and fix them all. We'll not give a direct prompt. This is how it goes. The model has to automatically find this illegal counter issue and try to fix it. If it's not able to fix that, then we'll directly mention that the illegal counter is incrementing incorrectly. Okay, so I think we are back, and let's see if it makes a first move. And okay, the illegal counter still increments. You can see it has taken a lot of time, nearly 13 minutes. So it says that it has done and fixed all the issues, but the illegal counter is still incrementing, in my opinion. Let's actually verify this. So we'll start a game and we'll see. Okay, so I just see a king. What is that? Okay, now we are able to see the whole board. Let us wait for it to make a move, and I think we should be able to see the increment. Okay, we can see that the illegal counter is incrementing. So we'll have to directly mention it is going to do a lot of tool calls. Ignore that, and we'll just say the illegal counter increments in every legal move. Please fix this. So we are directly mentioning it. I think hopefully it should be able to fix it. Okay, it says it has made some fixes. So let's see. Okay, it has made a move and the counter doesn't increment. So when directly mentioning the issue, Grok Code Fast was able to fix it, and I think it took nearly 18 minutes and 30 seconds, significantly higher than what GPT-5 took. I think it took 6 minutes. So at the end, what can we say? Clearly, Grok Code Fast is very fast, as the name says, but the responses is not up to the level of GPT-5 high, and that is kind of expected because GPT-5 is a much more capable model. But you saw in the ARC-AGI dataset bug testing, in that Grok Code was able to win because it was able to do the bug fixes in record time. So if talking about code generation, we saw that building the test website or in the chess application, in both of them the performance was actually worse compared to GPT-5. Although it was nice, but not that good. And even asking to fix things didn't change the situation much. So what should you use Grok Code Fast for? I think you should not use it for code generation. If you're having a very simple project, then maybe you can do it. But if you're doing some serious stuff, then I think for code generation it is not good, because whenever you're trying to generate a code, I think you should start a very good base. The initial generations itself should be good and with as much less errors as possible, so that further debugging and all of that will be nice. So I think for code generation you should not use Grok Code Fast. But if you are making small edits and you know that it is actually a simple thing to do, then Grok Code Fast can be used. Don't use words like find and fix all the issues and stuff like that. The model might not be that good in it, but precisely telling what is the issue, if you know it, then that might actually help. One more thing that you should know is the model is known to go here and there, and lot of, I mean, I didn't show you, but a question where it had to actually generate the chess game and in the chess bench application, debugging this one. In both of them, it actually did a lot of stuff that was not required and kind of going here and there. So that can absolutely break your code base. So make sure that you have actually a copy of your code base. If anything goes wrong, you can use that. Talking about the small edits, I showed you one just in the beginning of this video. It was a very simple edit, and in that particular case you might not require models like GPT-5 or Claude 4 Sonnet, or I mean Opus, for absolutely not. For that kind of things you can use Grok Code Fast, because it is blazing fast and do that in no time. So I hope I was able to give you a thorough comparison between GPT-5 and Grok Code Fast, which one you should use and where. If you find this video helpful, please do hit the like button, and please, if you see an hype option, hype the video, because that really helps the channel, and we require that. Having said that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.